Oh, one of my favorite people is here in the podcast studio, Dr. Quintina Timoll with University View Academy, Dr. Q as we call her. So how are you?
I am well.
Why is it that we haven't seen each other in so long? The last two times have been like in front of a camera or a microphone, right?
Absolutely. It's been a long time, but it's always great to come back and talk to you.
Fantastic. Let's talk about University View Academy. It is a virtual charter school. You guys are killing it. So explain the model to people who've never heard of it.
Well, UVA, University View Academy, it is a K-12 online public school.
Yeah.
We are not a school that's for every child, but
Sure.
for the students who need us, the families who choose us, we are definitely their best choice. And so it's a public school.
Yeah.
Teaching and learning happens in our students' home.
Yeah.
And our teachers are certified. Our teachers teach everything that they taught in a brick and mortar school. We just do it, in a virtual environment. So it gives our students that flexibility, a little bit more personalization than they probably experience in that brick and mortar.
Yeah.
Many families choose us because they've had students with high anxiety. Our student diversity is very large because many of our families, they want to be really engaged in the learning process of their students. And so everything that you get in a brick and mortar, you get at our school. How
do you manage the efficacy of the process? Like, how do you ensure the child is actually learning and they're getting something? Because K-12, I mean, it's big lift. How do you manage that?
Well, we provide asynchronous and synchronous learning opportunities. And so our students, so asynchronous, they get a set of assignments and courses that's prescribed for them based on standards, based on the content. We use Tier 1 curriculum. And so our teachers spend a lot of time designing the lessons that our students will engage with daily. Every student has the opportunity to attend what we call live sessions. That's our synchronous model. And so many of our synchronous classes last anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes, depending on the grade level, also taking into account attention span of students. But we do not make those courses mandatory. So they do not have to show up for live sessions, but we record all of them. So that if students need to go back and refer to something that happened in live session, they have an opportunity to do so.
Yeah. How do you manage that with, testing, the testing period's about to come up here, and preparation, which is another thing, because I'm so fascinated by this model. What's your preparation process for kids when it comes to exams, not just on the big scale, but just overall as they learn?
So a lot of our content, again, is aligned to our standards. And so we do benchmarking for our students. We make sure that they are up to par with what they should be learning and when they should be learning it. Of course, with having our parents as learning coaches, if you sign up to go to UVA, you as a parent must be a learning coach. So you are the teacher that's present every day in that classroom with your child, but you also have access to our teachers. And so preparation looks very much similar to how it would look in a brick and mortar, with the exception that for our high stakes test, our LEAP assessments, we of course have to rent locations across the state in order for our students to show up.
And so there it is. So they're in person when you're doing that.
Yes.
All right. Let me ask you, this model, since COVID, this is obviously more of a popular thing because kids weren't in schools and they had to be virtual. I got about a minute, Chuck is saying. Where do you see this model going in the future?
Oh gosh, it's expanding. Many parents are looking for the education that provides the same experience that they would get in a brick and mortar, but the personalization, the flexibility, the adaptability. Many of our students are competitive sports athletes. And this affords them the opportunity to seek out their dreams, whether it's in the arts or athletics, and still have a high quality education. So
it's so impressive, the model, and it doesn't surprise me that you're a part of this. So I was quickly under 30 seconds before Chuck yells at me. I was at the Young Entrepreneur Academy event on LSU's campus a couple weeks ago, and two of your students won. So shout out to them. If you want to learn more about University View Academy, go online. It's universityview.academy, universityview.academy. Thank you for coming in, Doc.
Thank you.
See y'all next week.